Good morning, everybody, from Lake Placid, Florida. Lake Placid, Florida is just south of Sebring. It's kind of like straight down south center of the state if you go all the way to the west. It's Sarasota and all the way to the east, Port St. Lucie. And we've made our way over to Lake Placid today to take a ride on the U.S. Sugar 148, the Sugar Express. And there it is, parked off in the distance. This is a 462 type steam engine. This train was made in April 1920 and restored between 2016 and 2020. This was first used by the Florida East Coast Railway, or the FEC for short. And this ran what was called the Overseas Railroad Route, which was Miami to Key West, 128 miles, until 1935. In the 1930s, U.S. Sugar purchased the sister FEC steam engines 98, 113, and 153. And they were used to haul sugarcane from the harvest field to the processing plant. In 1952, engine 148 was sold to U.S. Sugar, and U.S. Sugar used steam engines until 1960, and then replaced them with diesel-electric locomotives. Engines 113 and 153 were donated to the Gold Coast Railroad Museum just south of here in Miami. And 148 continued to work in New Jersey, and then was donated to the Connecticut Valley Railroad Museum, and then sold off a couple more times before ending up being repurchased by U.S. Sugar. And so this train runs multiple routes. Today's route is the Clewiston Comet, which essentially is Lake Placid to Clewiston. We have a little holdover there and then a route back. There's multiple cars, including open air and family and lounge cars and observation cars here included as well. Different price points to be able to ride the train. And the duration of the trips that they run vary as well. They go as short as 1 hour and as long as what we're doing today, a 6-hour trip. If you guys have watched this channel to any extent in the past, you realize I have a great affinity for trains. I am very, very excited to be able to ride this train today. Can't wait to see what's in store. Alright, so we checked in, we got our paper tickets, we need to sign our life away, and we'll be getting on the train. Yep.
Thank you.
Here we go.
Which way do we go?
I'm not sure what ticket you have.
Thank you. Well, we've selected our seats, and in the meantime, before we get going, I'm just going to take you guys on a little bit of a tour of all of the cars. Here we have the rear car. This is also known as the family car, so if you can buy family tickets. And we're coming up into open air cars. This one has merchandise inside of it. We have a variety of hats and shirts, little knickknacks. But the big sell point of these cars is they're open air. You get good views as you're going along the tracks. Bench seats, kind of like church pews. I imagine during the summer these are a little bit more uncomfortable, so you have these fans. But these are really wonderful to be able to see out without any obstruction from windows, or the glass in the windows rather. And then into the coach seats. This is our car. It's kind of a red and gray coach car and a blue coach car. We're going to head into our other coach car, which is filling up a little bit more. Now we're going to head into like the lounge car. These come with appetizers and beverages. Not too shabby. Come up to this car as well. Oh, nice spread. Nice seats. And then end of the road. And we're back.
Today to Clewiston. Now the good news is it's supposed to stop raining, maybe a little cloudy, but the weather forecast I got says it's going to be a little better weather in Clewiston. Anyway, very shortly we'll be moving, and everybody is more than welcome to walk through the entire train, especially when using the restrooms that are located in the two southern passenger cars. Those are the ones with cloth reclining seats. Men's and ladies' rooms are at separate ends. Later on, once it warms up, we do have an open air car, and we do have the Miami Locks baggage car. We arrive in Clewiston. I'll give you more details later. There will be buses there to take you down to the farmers market, which is on Bond Street. There are several restaurants there, vendors, and of course it's the farmers market, so they'll be selling farm goods. Now my name is Tom, and if you have any questions, please ask any of our onboard staff. As we're heading south, I'll be talking a little bit about our history of our locomotive, railroads, sugarcane farming. So hopefully we can share some knowledge, and if you have any questions, please be sure to ask. That's what we're here for.
And away we go. Well, we've passed some bodegas. Mary's got the window seat. Our car is not very full, so out this window we have houses with water.
Wow, they got a whole basketball.
Woods. Stuff. Steam. Passing the lakes out here. I know that's two lakes, like one on each side,
That's
but
Lake Placid.
okay, so Lake Placid is out here. They came by giving free snacks. They also have complimentary water. It tells you that you're looking really good today.
It takes up too much space.
We've got orange groves out that window, or at least some type of citrus. Looks like oranges. Coming by to punch the tickets. Good?
Thank you. right, there you go. Thank you.
Excellent. Thank you.
Click the dates. January 11, 25.
So there's a lot of brush to look at, and farms. So the trip between Lake Placid and Clewiston is about 56 miles or so. This train can reach speeds up to 70, but for the purposes of these rails and this trip, it caps out at 40 miles an hour.
Train makeup, our steam locomotive. Locomotive 148 was built in 1920. Passenger locomotive. It was 6'2" Pacific. 68-inch drive wheels capable of doing a little over 80 miles an hour.
By to give us a cardboard copy of the map of Clewiston where we're heading, and it has a list of the different destinations that we can go to, including the U.S. Sugar headquarters. But also they have pizza. Like, what does pizza taste like in Clewiston, Florida? And outside the window, there's a lot of big ranches and like undeveloped land. A rarity in Florida now. Wow. Now that's pretty sweet. So as we pass by all of this sugarcane, a little fun fact about U.S. Sugar. Every year, U.S. Sugar plants, harvests, and processes sugarcane into about 850,000 tons of refined sugar. They are the country's largest fully integrated producer of sugarcane and cane sugar. And in Florida, sugarcane farming provides more than 19,000 jobs and $4.7 billion a year in economic activity. There it is, sugarcane, unharvested.
You can see the stalks. The
Look at
machine,
this.
it has like a head piece. It looks like a dinosaur head.
Yeah.
But over the stalks, it looked pretty funny.
Recently harvested. Lots of boids. Some rail cars for when they harvest the sugarcane. You see where they load it up over here. Now we're right up close. More containers on the other side for harvesting.
Lake Okeechobee.
Going across the bridge.
Levels. But the interesting thing is, by the time it reaches the
Looks like the
Gulf of
popo out there.
Mexico or the Atlantic Ocean, there is enough grass and swamps and weeds in the water, it actually purifies it. So the goal of the farmers of
A lot of rail
Florida is to make sure that the water that leaves Lake Okeechobee, you'll
Even
have
the people
a similar
that
canal
live here outside their houses
to Port
filming us
St.
go by.
Lucie. So in essence, a boat can travel from.
So as we arrive, we're going to hop on a shuttle bus to get into downtown Clewiston.
At 1 p.m. We leave promptly at 1:30. So 1 p.m. boarding, we leave promptly at 1:30. So we do advise that you try to get back to the train a little after 1 o'clock. Okay, so that's very important.
Here we are again, same rail fans taking video pictures the whole time.
That's that same one.
Here's a bunch of the sugarcane dropped into the cars. Coming around the bend.
Can't say coming around.
Passing by some empty cars so they can load them up. Put all the oh, they're loading it up right now.
Oh, there you go.
All that delicious sugar. Sugar. Bam, 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 bam. Oh, we're coming up on the sugar factory in the distance. Flag is at half staff at the current time because of the passing of Jimmy Carter. Think about this. Jimmy Carter was almost alive the entire time that this train has been alive or in production. So this train was 4 years old at the time of Jimmy Carter being born. Going around the Big Bend. Some cows. The cows are running away because of the sound of the steam engine.
Look at him, he's like, oh.
And I'm just waiting to see if the buses are here. Hopefully they're here. Some people have asked about the locomotive shops where the steam engine is maintained. That is right to the right of us, right where those yellow diesels are. And we do have 3801, which was just painted in the new U.S. sugar livery. So eventually we're going to have nice greenish locomotives once they all get repainted. Alright, the good news is the buses are here. Anyway, so like I said, we are leaving 1:30 sharp. Boarding begins at 1 o'clock.
Okay, so we have transitioned to a bus to get into town. This is our train. On the way back, it's a diesel that pulls us. So the steam engine rides in the back and diesel in the front. And we basically have an hour and a half to get back to the bus. Goodbye for now, Babe Biscayne. Look at that. They raise cane. There you go. This town is built on sugar money. All sugar money. Unlike Sarasota, which is all circus money. All right, well, we're heading into town. There's a little farmer's market going on here today. Oh, tacos, 3 for $10. Ribs and chicken. Empanadas. It's dis and dat, Sugar Shack. They have honey in Sugarland. How blasphemous. Bad news, the diner, it's closed. All right, we're gonna get some lunch at Jan's Soul Food. This is what we're looking at. I'm gonna get some smothered pork chops. I'll see if they have greens. And some potato salad. Oh my goodness. Smothered pork chops, potato salad, collard greens, cornbread, and cherry Kool-Aid to wash it down. Oh my goodness, that food was amazing. And walking over by Sugarland Highway, right across the street here, you can see that is U.S. Sugar's headquarters. I'm not crossing the street and playing Frogger, because there's an endless stream of cars coming in either direction here. But there it is, U.S. Sugar headquarters. And right around the corner is the Clewiston Museum and Chamber of Commerce. The website did say that they were closed today, however, they are open from 10 to 1, so I think they were open specifically for our train group. But we needed to make a decision whether we wanted to eat and spend our time eating or come over to the museum. There is an eagle flying up here. Alright, so we're back at the train. We'll take another look at the steam engine up here. It is massive. Well, we're all back on the train and heading back up north. We will have a diesel engine pulling us back up north. The steam engine gets to go for a little ride. Here we go. There were some goats right up next to the train.
Sebring Fair,
And
the Sugar
we're
Festival
back.
in Clewiston, so we do have a lot of different venues.
All right, well, that's going to do it for us here. Goodbye, 148. All right, Sugar Express, we're heading out. This was a really fun thing to do, and I didn't know that this train existed until about a week and change ago when I started getting sponsored ads about it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's been around apparently for the last few years.
Since 2019.
Yeah, and there's all different routes. I am intrigued by going on a different route at some point, maybe under different weather. But the weather worked out really beneficial for us today. I've been on the fence about like taking the plunge and spending the money for this because it was realistically supposed to rain. It's like the whole country is getting snow and stuff this
We were supposed to get rain.
week, and we were supposed to get rain. And then over the last couple of days, it kept showing it's going to really rain and it's not going to rain at all.
And it really rain.
Yeah, so I was like, when it does that, chances are likely that it's not going to rain, and it really didn't. So that worked out. It is like I said, like a 54, 56 mile trek. It was just over 6 hours for us all together round trip. It was like 6.5 hours.
Oh, yeah.
And you know, when you get into Clewiston, we didn't really have a lot of time. And Clewiston was actually looked like a little bit more of a depressed town too. But they had like their little street fair or farmers market going on. 2 restaurants that we wanted to hit when we were there were both permanently closed. So we did the Audible and had the soul food where we did. We didn't get into the museum, and we just didn't have enough time, which would have been cool to see. Just more artifacts. So this was really cool.
Yeah.
You know, and we still need to make it down to the train museum down in Miami. That's on the list forever to get to. Probably when the Mets play in Miami next time around, so we can try to double up on things when we're over in that area. Like I said, this is in the middle of nowhere, right? You know, you take 27 down, which is not like
And then
I-4 or 95 or anything like
it's
that.
street light.
You're just stuck going down straight down the middle of the state. But it was fun. We'll get back. If you were curious of how far this is from like the theme parks, I just mapped this out compared to Universal Studios. And as of right now, at least, it's 2 hours and 18 minutes away. So it is a little bit of a journey.
Yeah.
Again, because you're kind of stuck behind lights and more of a local road type of thing as opposed to getting on I-4. Not that I-4 is any better than the local roads. But anyhow, this is awesome. Thanks a lot for coming along. Thank you very much for all of your likes, comments, and subscriptions. Treat others the way you want to be treated. Have a great night. We'll see you guys.